What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about my first League Cup of the season. You guys think it might be a good one, and we might have had a lot of fun, but the answer is wrong. I actually went 2-2 drop today. And here's a lesson about, today's going to be a lesson about like why I shouldn't have dropped as early as I did, probably. Um, yeah, just in general, like some mistakes and misplays I made, and just like how rough my games could be, and like everyone has an off day, and best of one especially, and not to let it badger yourself. You can see here at the Dream Wizards Cup, I went 2-2 and got 26 out of 43. At the end of the day, 1-4-2 did end up making top cut. There was only 4-4-2s to pick from, so had I continued to play and potentially won my last two rounds, there was a chance because I did lose to the player who went 5-0-1, and I lost to the player who went 4-4-1-1 as well. So I actually had a pretty good shot at making it, and one of my other wins was another player who went X1-1 as well. So I should have potentially went ahead and continued to play, but at 2-2 I thought that I was completely locked out of cut. But I stayed the entire time anyway, so I dropped and I just hung out, which ended up being my own downfall. I probably should not have done that. That's on me. And then the cost tracker for this one was a $19 League Cup. We see here I didn't really win anything, so I can't really write anything home. So let's talk about the tournament itself. I played Gardevoir. I just wanted to keep running back something that I knew. It was pretty simple. I didn't really want to switch it up. I actually built Dragapult Xatu because I wanted to try the deck out, and I built Raging Bolt, but then I realized I don't actually own Raging Bolts. I own like two because I opened a box and I pulled one full art and a regular, and I never bought Raging Bolts because I never thought I was going to play it for NAIC, and I think cards were like $11-12 going in NAIC, so I just chose not to buy them. And now they're like a $3 card, so I ended up buying them on a TCG Player as soon as I got home from the cup today because I actually really want to play Raging Bolt. I think the deck looks really fun, so that might be what my next cup is. I think I have one more before Worlds, before I head out that way. So I just locked in Gardevoir again. I cut the Enhanced Hammer today because our locals have just not had Lugia this entire time. It's been a lot of Gardevoir, a lot of Lost Box, and a lot of Charizard. And so I put in a rare candy because some of the Gardevoirs are also picking up the fact that they're playing Devos, like double Devo especially. So if I get to a board state where I get double Devoed, and I only have like a Ralts in play, and like the win con is that I need to find candy, there's a chance that I can find candy and make the play that way. Or if I candy up a Ralts earlier, then I get to keep a Curlia, which lets me dig through my deck faster, and it's just a beneficiary game state for me overall. So I wanted to try it out, put the candy back in, even though the candy didn't do me any justice last time, and I just locked in the same list, and I sent it once again. First round, I played up against Arceus, Pidgeot, Charizard, and my opponent got a pretty good start, got the attached turn one. I just retreated into Fluttermane, and I passed with 3 Ralts in play. They got the turn to Charizard, turn to Arceus with Hero's Cape, attacked into my thing, knocked it out. I went into Ralts, got the Arven I top decked Greninja, I benched Greninja, was able to use concealed cards into Arven for Evo up 2 Curlias, and then my opponent went V-Star for Candy Pidgeot for Boss kill a Curlia, and then I had Counter Catcher with Fluttermane to KO the lone Charmander on the board. Then my opponent KO'd my Fluttermane, and then I went and put down 2 Charmanders, and then I had a Monkey already in play, so I went double Monkey, Counter Catcher up the other Charmander, take 3 prize cards, so now we're 3-3, and my opponent does his turn, knocks me out, so it's 3-2, so I go Gardevoir Smack into the Arceus and put damage onto the Pidgeot, giving myself a good chance to just basically Devo up the board and win from that position. And then he Charizard cares up the Pidgeot and benches another Arceus, attaches to it. No, I didn't smack the Arceus. I think I smacked something else. But either way, like the board state was 3-2 prize cards, and then he was able to smack into my Guardy. I tour up my Guardy, attack with another Guardy into the Arceus with the Hero's Cape. He Charizard carries it again, goes into the other Arceus, evolves, doesn't rebench the Arceus that's in his hand, attacks me for 180. I Turo up the Gardevoir once again because my deck is like 5 cards total, so I already know I have both Turos. Go into Gardevoir once again, Gardevoir Smack. Go down to a board position where now like he has to bench the other Arceus and try to power it up. But if he benches the Arceus and attaches to it, I'm just going to hit Iono and take the knockout here, and the game is over. So I think my opponent could have actually checkmated me, and I was in a pretty bad spot, and I kind of drew bad, but it's okay, I lost. Round 2, I hit a local of my Jason Ball. I love Jason. We actually just did not play a game. He conceded to me because he just wanted to, and we played One Piece instead. We played Bonnie into Boa, and I ended up winning his Bonnie, so I won the set. He was playing Raging Bolt, and he just didn't want to play against me. Props to him, love Jason, thank you, appreciate the win. But I, obviously didn't convert, so it is what it is. Round 3, I would go up against Jackson, who was the eventual, I think, finished top 4 after winning yesterday, and I think he got top 4 today. Jackson is playing Zard, and Jackson, I think, went first, got the Pidgey Charmander. I forgot what was in the active, but basically got the Rotom. He Ultra Ball for Rotom, and then he Rotom for 3 with Sealstone on turn 1. And turn 2, he went Candy Pidgeot, Candy Zard with Sealstone. And then boss, kill Ralts. And I had like a super slow start where I had 2 Ralts in play, whatever. I prized double Curlia. So I prized double Curlia Candy, actually. So it made it really difficult for me to actually set up. And in my first 3 prizes, I didn't see any of those 3. But eventually, Jackson built up a board state where he made it pretty impossible for me to win. Because my next play was going to be always Devo to take 2 prizes on Pidgeot and Charizard. And if he misses Charmeleon that turn, I actually have a win con. But he didn't miss Charmeleon the turn prior, so it was just pretty much over. There was a turn where I was going to Devo, and he already used 2 candies, and he didn't have a Charmeleon in play. And if I went Devo Unfair Stamp on that turn, I was pretty much guaranteed to take knockout on Pidgey, but no knockout on active Charizard, which didn't matter. But I burned 2 candies, no Charmeleon in play, and I put him down to a 2-card now 3 with the Pidgeot, or 4, I guess, with Pidgeot and Charizard in hand. But the entire set, I played 0 Arven, 0 Iono. I actually played 0 supporters that entire set, which is crazy. Or it was a best of 1, I guess, so like set as a match, which was crazy. But I think basically like an early Arven would have not won me, but put me into the game pretty considerably. But I basically was just on the deficit the entire game because I was running on 1 Curlia basically the whole time, and my last 3 prizes were Curlia, Candy, like I mentioned. But I think that matchup is still pretty favored for me. I just couldn't get the gas running. I made him go first even, and Jackson just kind of outdrew me, and I really can't do much about it. And he's a really good player, so shout out to him. Then round 4, I went up against Lugia. I chose second because my opponent usually plays Bolt at locals, but I guess he's been switching it up pretty much every day. So I chose second, which ended up being my mistake, and I'm not playing Enhanced Hammer. So he went first, had a pretty mediocre start with double Minccino Lugia. I went Iono because my hand was pretty bad, but I had the energy, so I attached to Screamtail that I opened. Double Ralts was in my opening hand, so I shammed the Iono. Looking for Evo. I missed the Evo, but I got an Artisan. I get to Artisan out another Ralts, and then my opponent goes Jacques for 2 Archeops, Aroma Heads, Ultra Ball, the 2 Archeops for Luminion, or for hands, sorry, benches hands, evolves to Lugia, attaches Jet to hands, double Archeops, knock me out. So I throw up Monkey Dory, I attach a Big Charm, and I get like 2 Curlias into play. Oh no, I got 1 Curlia into play, I think. And then I Iono once again. I know I stamped here. I Arven for stamp. And I couldn't attack with Monkey, but I just needed to tank a hit for a turn, if possible. And he went Jet up Lugia. No, he went Accelerate to active, Retreat active, Power up Lugia, attack with Lugia, take a prize card, discard Stadium. I went into Gardevoir, attack with Gardevoir. He went hit into Gardevoir. I missed Turo that turn, and so I had to retreat and attack with another Gardevoir to take prize cards. And I went Countercatcher, Kill, and Archeops that turn. And unfortunately, that basically gave him the pieces he needed to just go boss with hands and end the game. So basically just really, really unfortunate series of events. I played very few good supporters today. But yeah, played Gardevoir again. Bad days happen with the deck. Anything can happen in best of 1. So not too pressed about it. Did have a bad cup today, so I wanted to make this video still so you guys know that not every day can be good for me. Like, yes, I did win 4 challenges already, but you see I have had an 0-2. I have had one where I got second. I guess like overall, like my days are still pretty good, but I mean a 2-2 drop is like not the end of the world. And I'm not like super pressed about it. Like it happens. Just don't know if I'll be playing another cup before Worlds actually happens, because I'd like to just lock it in. I'm heading out to August 10th, so you guys might not see another update video from me for the road to Worlds for me here. But if you guys do enjoy this content, please do like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton, and I do hope you guys enjoy my little mini updates and rants that I do with tournaments, because I like talking about my tournament performances, and having you guys watch also is a cool plus, I guess. So thank you again, everyone. So peace out, have a good one, and I'll catch you guys hopefully on the update for Worlds, but I might just do a longer Worlds video depending on how my run goes. Peace.